Amy Poehler, the beloved comedian, actress, and podcast host, recently opened up about a surprising guest she has no plans to invite onto her show, Good Hang. In a light-hearted yet candid moment during one of the latest episodes, Poehler addressed the domestic icon Martha Stewart directly, explaining her reluctance stems from sheer intimidation. Poehler humorously confessed that she feels too scared to extend an invitation to Stewart, acknowledging the lifestyle guru's unparalleled status in the world of homemaking, cooking, and entertainment. This revelation came as part of a broader discussion on the podcast, where Poehler playfully implored Stewart to tune in anyway, praising her as something else, a phrase that captures the awe and admiration many feel towards Stewart's multifaceted career. Poehler's comments highlight the stark contrast between her own approachable, comedic style and Stewart's polished, perfectionist persona. To illustrate her point, Poehler delved into the art of impersonating Stewart, noting that the key lies in maintaining a barely moving mouth. She vividly described the imitation, imagining a scenario where one prepares an elaborate Christmas meal with minimal facial expression, embodying Stewart's composed and elegant demeanor. This impersonation tip not only elicited laughs but also underscored Poehler's respect for Stewart's unique on-screen presence, which has been honed over decades of television appearances, books, and business ventures. The conversation took an endearing turn when Poehler referenced Stewart's well-known affection for her animal companions. Stewart, who has long been open about her life on her expansive farm, has shared stories about her interactions with her pet peacocks. These majestic birds have become something of a trademark for Stewart, symbolizing her deep connection to nature and her hands-on approach to animal care. In interviews, Stewart has described how the peacocks are incredibly friendly and responsive to her, often engaging in what she calls conversations. She mimics their distinctive calls, a series of awk, awk sounds, and is delighted when they respond in kind. This quirky habit has amused many observers, as Stewart notes that she is the only person to whom the peacocks consistently reply, adding a personal touch to her otherwise glamorous public image. This anecdote about the peacocks paints a picture of Stewart as more than just a media mogul. It reveals a softer, whimsical side that endears her to fans. Living on her property, surrounded by various animals, Stewart finds joy in these simple, daily interactions. Her farm life stands in contrast to the high-pressure world of celebrity, offering her a sanctuary where she can unwind and connect with the natural world. Poehler's mention of this detail on her podcast serves to humanize Stewart further, while also explaining why Poehler might feel daunted by the prospect of hosting her. After all, interviewing someone who commands such authority in lifestyle matters, and who has such unique personal stories, could be intimidating for even a seasoned host like Poehler. Expanding on Poehler's career, it's worth noting how her podcast Good Hang fits into her broader body of work. Known for her roles in shows like Parks and Recreation and Saturday Night Live, Poehler has always excelled at creating spaces for genuine, funny conversations. The podcast continues this tradition, featuring guests who share stories and insights in a relaxed atmosphere. By contrast, Martha Stewart's media presence has historically been more structured and aspirational, focusing on teaching audiences how to achieve perfection in cooking, decorating, and entertaining. This difference in styles might contribute to Poehler's hesitation. She worries that the freewheeling nature of her show might not align perfectly with Stewart's precise approach. Stewart's influence on popular culture cannot be overstated. From her early days as a stockbroker to becoming a household name through her magazine, television shows, and product lines, she has redefined what it means to be a domestic expert. Her ability to turn everyday tasks into art forms has inspired generations. Yet, moments like her peacock interactions remind us that behind the flawless facade is a person with eccentricities and passions. Poehler's playful refusal to invite her, framed as admiration rather than dismissal, adds a layer of meta-humor to the situation. It's as if Poehler is acknowledging the pedestal on which Stewart stands, too high perhaps for a casual podcast chat. In the broader context of celebrity podcasts, invitations, or lack thereof, often spark interest among fans. Poehler's comment could be seen as a nod to the unspoken hierarchies in Hollywood and media. While many celebrities eagerly appear on podcasts to promote projects or share stories, some figures like Stewart maintain a certain distance, choosing appearances carefully. Poehler's joke about being scared might resonate with listeners who have attempted Stewart's complex recipes or decor projects, only to feel inadequate in comparison. Furthermore, the timing of this podcast episode, with references to Christmas meals, ties into the holiday season's emphasis on hosting and entertaining areas where Stewart reigns supreme. Imagining Stewart preparing a festive spread with her signature composure, mouth barely moving as she instructs, is a comical yet accurate portrayal. It highlights how Stewart's brand is built on effortless elegance, something that Poehler, with her energetic and expressive style, contrasts sharply against. Poehler's impersonation technique, the motionless mouth, could serve as a masterclass in comedy. Many comedians have attempted Stewart impressions over the years, often exaggerating her poise to hilarious effect. By sharing this insight, Poehler not only entertains but also pays homage to Stewart's distinctive traits. It's a reminder that great impressions stem from keen observation, capturing essence rather than caricature. Stewart's peacock stories add another dimension. These birds, with their vibrant plumage and loud calls, are fitting companions for someone as bold and accomplished as Stewart. Her ability to communicate with them in their language speaks to her patience and curiosity. In a world where celebrities often surround themselves with luxury, Stewart's choice of peacocks as confidants is refreshingly unique. It humanizes her, showing that even icons have playful sides. Ultimately, Poehler's declaration that Stewart won't be invited, ever, is likely tongue-in-cheek, leaving room for future surprises. But for now, it provides a delightful glimpse into the mutual respect between two powerhouse women in entertainment. Poehler's fear is relatable. Who wouldn't be a bit nervous hosting a legend? Yet, her invitation for Stewart to listen anyway extends an olive branch, keeping the door metaphorically open. This exchange also sparks thoughts on podcast guest dynamics. Hosts like Poehler curate lineups that feel authentic to their vibe, ensuring conversations flow naturally. Inviting someone as formidable as Stewart might disrupt that balance, or perhaps elevate it in unexpected ways. Fans can only speculate what a Poehler-Stewart episode might entail: laughter over failed recipes, stories of career highs and lows, or even tips on talking to peacocks. In conclusion,